Good doggies. In the car. That's done. Let's get this out of here. Good doggies. Nice and warm in the car now, huh? You guys are nice and warm in the car. You guys relax. Ka pai Quigley. Welcome to another Do Not Disturb dog walk. Oh, these garlic dogs are pulling quite hard. Sorry, folks, it is very windy today at Wainuiomata Beach. Wainuiomata Beach. You say that correctly. Here we are. She's kind of got herself carried up again. Alright, that's Lili. She's guest dog today. Yep, I think this is like, I've lost count. I think it's episode 4 with Lili coming along for a walk with us. So that's good. And my apologies, it's such a windy time at the beach today that I feel bad about recording. The audio is bad when it's windy. But, you know, I know some of you watch without the sound, so that's good. You can enjoy this. I've even realised that some of you out there may even watch back our recordings in high speed. And you can still tune into the conversation that way if you're a fast reader. Turn the closed captions on, crank the speed up and enjoy the walk at a higher speed in real life, which is quite neat. I actually just had a playback of one of our episodes yesterday, doing that for the first time. But yeah, I'm just realising now we're out in the thick of this. Strong winds that, well, I know it doesn't sound too great on the recording, but the scenery here is excellent, don't you agree? Jump in the comments and let us know what you think of this place. It's pretty marvellous. You can see in the sand that we're walking on that sometimes the water actually comes over here. I know it's a little bit 6 o'clock newsy, but there was a massive earthquake somewhere else on the planet recently, and all around the Pacific Rim practically got notified about tsunami risk. So I have to wonder if all of this evidence that we see before us of water cascading over here and heading that direction, I wonder if that was related. There's a clear indicator for you of how strong the wind is, apart from the sound. The long line blows off to the side like that. Anyway, the dogs are wearing nice warm jackets and I'm sure they're loving it. Regardless, I'm only feeling just feeling dressed good enough. Just enough. I feel like maybe I could wear a balaclava on my face and I wouldn't mind that right now. Face. Oh, my face is cold. Lili's wearing both of her jackets because I thought just one isn't enough. She's got her high vis on underneath her rainbow jacket. Quigley doesn't really like wearing a jacket, but he's agreed to put one on today. I kind of like that his one's made out of reflective material. The silver part of it will reflect the car's headlights. Not that we're into night walking that often. In the winter we do it because it gets so dark so early in the PM. I'm literally just following these dogs where they seem to want to go. Full extension on the long line. smile on Lily's face. She's happy. She loves the beach. Good girl, Lily. So without further ado, I think I'll reiterate the rules, quality assurance guidelines that I repeat as a talking point every episode. I'll try and keep it short and sweet this time because often I get a bit rambly on it. But just for those that don't know, if it's your first time viewing, we have rules about these dog walks, which I like to tell you all about because, you know, I like to think that it will attract you to coming back. It's a few more. As mundane and as boring as these recordings are, it is just dog walking, and this is it. Start the camera, do the dog walk, stop the camera, upload. That's the objective. Quality assurance guidelines are represented by 2 rules. The number 2 rule, pun intended, is that you don't get to see the poop. You get to experience fully, from this point of view, the entire dog walk. But if they happen to poop on camera, I will edit that out. It's just a funny, quirky rule that I made. I thought, y'all don't need to see that. I don't want to film that. Oftentimes I have to pick up the pooping, or deal with it, pick it up or bury it. And I just can't be bothered filming any of that. So sometimes you'll find a cut in the recording, but usually the objective is not to have to do so. So this this rule, this no seeing the poop rule, is represented by the slogan, "Show us the poop," which I imagine we might print on t-shirts and coffee mugs one day, or something like that, if we get famous and popular enough. Show us the poop. It's like a reverse psychology slogan for you all. You're welcome to type it into the comments as if you're mad that you don't get to see the poop. Personally, I think you should thank me for excluding the poop from happening, because honestly, that's the least enjoyable part of the dog walk. Hey, and anyway, that's our dog's private business, and we make sure that they get their private time off camera to do that. So respect to the doggies. Rule number 1, which for some reason I mentioned second, but it works. The first rule is represented by the slogan, "Never mind the 6 o'clock news." And I came up with this slogan basically because I caught myself out feeling like I wanted to talk about stuff that's on the news, basically. Chaos and calamity in the world, war and politics and things like that. So I've made a firm decision that these recordings should be free of that kind of stuff. And so I'm not allowed to talk about it. And the same goes for when we have guests on the channel, friends of mine, whether they have a dog or not, like to come along sometimes. We have a playlist devoted to those episodes called Walkies with Friends. And it's kind of like a dog walking, talking podcast in a way. And so all of my guests are reminded of the guideline not to talk about anything that's on the 6 o'clock news, please. We can talk about anything else. I mean, the basic ethos is that we just want to talk about our own personal, not too personal, but our own personal news, and not get carried away in the weeds talking about dumb stuff. That's what I call it, dumb stuff. So I talk too much on these recordings probably. Some of you probably wish that I didn't talk so much. Hey. But really, what I am talking about in these recordings is just really narrating our lives and talking about my hopes and dreams for the YouTube channel and things like that. Trying to figure, these dogs are like working against each other, and she's got that under her belly, which I'm not happy about. How do I fix that? just lift her up over the top of it. That worked. That worked. Hey, you dogs need to cooperate. Okay. Alright, those are the main talking points covered. The main 2 talking points that I talk about every episode. Come on. Te koe o te kuri. This way. This way. Walking. Let's exercise, less hanging around, eh? The more I move, the warmer I stay. Exercise is good for that, especially when the weather's like this. And it's chilly cold, makariri. Makariri. Cold. Quigley! Pai kore. How's your jacket doing? Quigley and Lili. Hikoi. Kuri. Hikoi. It's at the end of the Teta Dogs. Taihua. Taihua. It's not drinking water, no! It might be fresh water, but still. Funny little moments where they try to go different directions from each other. Come on you guys, let's walk. There's not much further we can go though. Way. Kuri. Yeah. Oh, these shoes that I'm wearing today. I'm just wearing different shoes for a change. Like I wear the same shoes most of the days. Mostly the same shoes most days, but I do have these other ones that I like to put on every now and again. And they are decidedly not as good as they're not as good at keeping the beach out of my shoes. Like, literally, I'm annoyed by little bits of beach being in my shoes. Kaure, out of the water, out. I did bring a towel in case they do get a bit too wet today. But really, I should prevent them from getting in the water if I can. Three. Don't drink the water. Don't drink that water. Right, long line in amongst all of this carnage is not a good idea, so I have to reel it in. Because it just gets snagged and hooked on stuff. I can't be right with the dogs. Pine cones. Quigley loves pine cones. He does. He loves a pine cone. Oh, oh, oh. Yep, he's got him a pine cone. Yep. Hey! See what I mean about loving the pine cones? Whenever he finds them, he plays those silly games with them. And he gets sand in his mouth because he likes to chew on it. Lily's not fussed. She's like, what's going on? What's going on, bros? Well, what's been good so far is that we've had the wind to our back in this direction, but when we turn around, we're going to have a full frontal force, which I'm not looking forward to. But this is the end of the road for walking along the beach. Like, it would be nice to keep going over there, but there's the river exiting to the sea here is a problem, because I'm not getting my feet wet to get over to the other side of the beach there. It would be really cool to walk on that side of the beach one day. One day I'll figure it out. Alright, let's head back. Come on, you dogs. Now I do have a very busy day planned for the rest of the day. So I worked hard to get us out on this dog walk just in time before it became too late. But mostly because I wanted to budget an hour for this walk. Now that I'm out here doing it with these dogs, I'm thinking that I don't mind not doing an hour in these conditions, so that's right. But yeah, the rest of the business of the afternoon follows on from this for me. And so yeah, I'm just blathering, but consciousness of what time is allowed, what time limit for the recording is an hour for sure. But it doesn't matter if we go shorter as long as we hit my self-imposed 30-minute minimum for a dog walk recording. I'll tell you what, they're doing a good job of pulling me along the beach. I only have to put half the effort in that I normally would, because they're pulling me along, which is pretty cool. Oh, it's gone loose. They're getting stuck on the beach, sniffing, smelling the smells. Hey, Wainuiomata. Wainuiomata. I mean, okay, yeah, that's fine. So this morning I took them out for a walk in the neighbourhood, in Lily's neighbourhood, because we've been, honestly, staying at her place, taking care of her in her house, while her owner is away travelling. So that's been cool. And yeah, this morning I thought, oh, if I don't figure out how to make time to get them out for a more decent dog walk, then I've at least got to walk them around the neighbourhood. And then it turned out that we can only walk. And then this morning we also did some jogging. I mean, I wouldn't call it running, but I got onto the front of my feet. And these dogs, one in each hand, running with me. It was quite a neat experience this morning. So I was just now contemplating whether I should get a little bit of a run with these two again, knowing full well that they would probably enjoy that, except for being tethered to each other. That might be a bit of a stress for them. But anyway, I've decided against because of factors like that situation with the long line harness engaged and my shoes not doing a great job of keeping the sand out of my shoes. But the other thing is that when I'm recording, I quite often don't run because I know it jiggles the camera too much, and I'm trying to make good steady footage for you if I can. In the car park where we parked our car. It's just the sort of thing I noticed from a security conscious point of view. And there are other people on the beach. I see two at least so far. Maybe it's a small person being led along by one of the others. Goodie! So that's good. We're not hanging around the car park. In a weird, abstract, poetic, visionary way, I think of these dogs as balloons, and I'm holding onto them and they're floating around in the world, getting blown around by the wind. And of course they have a life of their own, so they don't just blow around in the wind, they do what they want, but, you know, balloon dogs. They're like doggy balloons on a string, and they go where they go. And I sort of get dragged along. You could also maybe imagine them as kites. Hey. Flying kites. I'm flying my dogs on the beach, that's what I'm doing. Hey, Mr. Free, I thought you were doing the same kind of stuff. It's pretty dumb. Mundane. Just expressing some of my creative artistic soul. Look at this marvellous beach, it's so good to be here. And considering what I'm doing this afternoon, which is sitting down at meetings, I am again glad to be out getting exercise to fill my brain up with them happy chemicals that the body produces when you do this kind of thing. It's pretty much the ethos of our channel. Hopefully, you all that viewers who are watching from wherever you are, hopefully some of this good feeling rubs off on you. Or maybe inspires you to get out and get some exercise. But yeah, there is pretty much almost no purpose to me making these recordings except to make these experiences available to people who will appreciate them for whatever their reasons are. Even if your reason is that you like to think, you'd like to come to see New Zealand, our beautiful country. But let's face it, I would say 90-something% of you out there in the world will never get to come here. So, at the very least, these recordings are for you to at least, experience it in this way, in this very real life way, with us. Then there are all of you people out there who never even come to a place like this, even if you could come to New Zealand, because you're physically unable. I care about people that I care that y'all can't come out here and enjoy this like us able-bodied folk. And so I want to share this with you. I think it's worked out good. Getting close to the 30-minute mark. You can make this a little short episode today instead of going the full hour. That's alright. Especially considering the conditions. It's so muckadoody. Cold, icy wind. Every now and again I think about what it would be like if we could help you to feel what we're feeling too. And smell what we're smelling. Smell-o-vision. I do feel a little bit like this waterway just fades away here and disappears. Where does it go? It is going there. Maybe under the ground somehow. Or maybe it just stops for now and then later when there's more flow it comes through here and connects up. This has been a great walk for just following the dogs and letting them decide where they want to go. So good. It's a great place for that too, because sometimes we're in confined walking trails where there's just only one obvious direction you can go, or go back the way you can. Alright, kapai. Are we in the final minute countdown yet? Not quite, almost. Well, during this final minute, I want to say, if you've watched to the end of this, then you probably quite enjoyed that, and that's why you watched all the way to the end. Maybe you fell asleep. Those are the options. Either way, clearly, for this episode, today, we've had enough of the dog walking for today. And so, yeah, we're going to call it a day. This way. Now I have to give them directions because we do have to go this way. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching. We're barraged by the strong winds at the end here. It's been really good having you along. I want to thank you for watching and let you know that plenty more episodes for you to watch if you haven't had enough. We've had enough for today, but it doesn't have to be enough for you. There's another episode just around the corner. We've made hundreds of hours of dog walking recordings for you to enjoy. So, good. I'm glad you came to watch this one, and I'll say thank you for watching this, and we'll see you on the next one.